My wife went to Costco and today I'm going to be auditing her receipt to see does it beat my $35 Walmart haul that I did last week. So I'm going to show you what she got and then also how many meals she actually preps. Today I'm going to be going through what my wife got at Costco and show y'all what she's actually making me so I know what she's actually prepping for this week. It is some Philly cheesesteak bowls, and I'll tell y'all this week is a little different for us because we are going to be heading out of town this Wednesday on the 17th to go to New York to visit her family for Christmas. So this week will be a little bit of a shorter week when it comes to meal prep. However, I'll still be able to go through and show y'all how could you stretch some of these meals out, how's it a good bang for your buck, and how simple it actually is. And I'll tell you, as I look through this receipt, my meal prep is very, very cheap and you can make a lot of it, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna go through what she actually got at Costco. That's gonna be pertaining to my meal prep. Now, I'll show y'all how she's actually like the process of her cooking my meal prep as well. Because like when it comes to some things, like I don't know everything she's adding into the Philly cheesesteak bowl. So once she gets ready to start making the food, I'll make sure to grab some clips and show y'all here. But looking through this receipt, one of the things she first got, which I got right here, is chicken breast, and it is $26.52. Now, the cool thing is, so here is the chicken breast, and I will tell y'all this, so this is 8.87 pounds of chicken. So this is a lot of chicken. And this is something that will probably last a while because just to put it into perspective, like that alone will probably last us about 2 weeks. More, and we use it for my meal prep, she'll use some for her meal prep, and then also we'll use some for dinner. So that goes a long way. So this, like if we're stretching this out, let's say if you're prepping for yourself and just making some meals just with that, well, I take in 200 grams of protein on a daily basis. And with that meal, I know I'll get about 5.5 ounces of it per meal. So that's 5 meals across the week. So I'm gonna do 5.5 times 5. So that's 27.5 ounces. And I know there are 16 ounces in a pound. So let's take that whole package weighs 8.87 pounds. So that's 141 ounces. So basically take the 27.5, I'm gonna divide it into that. So to put it in perspective, if I only use that for one meal, 5 days out of the week, well, that would last me 5 weeks, just that package alone. And let's say if I spread it across 2 meals, let's say I had 2 5.5 ounce meals. So let's just take the 27.5 times 2, 55 ounces. Okay, take it into the 141. Okay, so that's, even if I take that package, so this whole thing right here, if I have 5.5 ounces, really spread across 2 meals, every single day, so 5 days out of the week, that's what the meal prep looks like. Well, then that's lasting me 2.5 weeks. Very long time, stretches the money a long way. And the cool thing is spices are super simple. Last week we had a hot honey chicken, and I think she used like a couple spices. But I remember she used like paprika, some ground cumin, and then I think she might have used some chili powder, and then that's it. Put some honey on it, done. So first thing that she got, then the next thing that she got are these cage-free eggs from Costco. Honestly, with the cage-free eggs, you don't have to go cage-free if you don't want to. Pretty sure with like free, it just means that they're not like, sounds stupid, they're not in a cage. So a lot of people will be like, oh, it's a whole lot better. Cage-free isn't that much better. I don't know, maybe one of y'all can drop it in the comments below. Maybe you know more about that than me. I would greatly appreciate it. But the eggs are only $3.89. So there are 24 eggs here. So for me, because these will be for Amy, my wife, and Layla, my daughter. But specifically with this protein source, what we get is because it just stretches a long way. It's pretty inexpensive. And just something like this, I mean, last a week, $3.89 a week. So you're talking, when you break it across each meal, cents. Doesn't cost much at all. So these are the things that she got. And then she did get some, it's not on here because we have some left over. She got some rice from Costco, and it stretches out and lasts for a while. That's something that she got as well. So those are the main things that I'm assuming she is going to make and really use for my Philly cheesesteak bowl. So I will keep y'all updated on what she's actually using for it. If she uses something different, I'll make sure and drop it in here and show you all as well. So stay tuned. All right, so I know in my last video, I talked about how I typically would cut chicken up into little bite-sized pieces before my wife started doing meal prep for me. Today, what I actually be doing, she typically does this, but she laid it out so I could just walk through it really quick for y'all. First thing that you're gonna do, get your chicken breast, and then you're gonna put it in the crock pot. We're gonna be putting this on low and cooking it for 6 hours. Put these in there. Nasty. Okay. Take some garlic powder. It's not even opened yet. 2 quick passes over it, like that. Then we're gonna do Italian seasoning. And I'll pull this closer so y'all can see this. Okay. Then from here, we're gonna do some onion powder and then salt. Then we got some regular ground black pepper. Can't freaking get these open. Okay, that's it. Then Amy, my wife, this morning, she cut up some peppers and then also the onions. So if this were me and I was doing my own meal prep, something that I would do, yes, I typically cut up my own onions in the past, but something I would typically do is just go to the frozen section and get peppers and everything that are already cut up. So if you are needing to save time, that is something that you can do. Put that in there, boom, done. Then we have some chicken broth or whatever this is. We'll do 1/3 cup. She corrected me.
Is that a 1/3 cup?
Yeah.
You need a 1/4 cup.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Hang on, we gotta get a 1/4 cup. Okay, we'll do 1/4 cup. Boom, done. Then have her say this, Worcestershire. And then tablespoon. Boom, and that's it. So then cover this and we will cook it for 8 hours. And the plan is to then shred it up and make the Philly cheesesteak bowls. And we already have some cheese that we have for this, and the base, like I was touching on earlier, will be jasmine rice. Typically, the base I use for almost everything in my meal prep is jasmine rice. So super simple. If you don't have a crock pot, they're very inexpensive, something that you can grab. Or if you don't like this, you could always probably do something a little different, like cut chicken up and cook it or something like that. All right, so the finished product is done when it comes to the meal prep. So here it is. Let me see if I can get y'all to, ooh, there we go. So you have the rice on the bottom, 200 grams. You have the chicken, 5.5 ounces. Then you have some cheese right on top. So price per meal, it is actually really cheap. So for the chicken, rice, and the bell peppers per meal, so this would be 6 meals across an entire week, it's only $1.76. Now, if you add in the cheese, it's gonna bump up to $2. Maybe a little shy of $2, but I'm just calling it $2. So $2 per meal. So if you can have literally 6 of these spread across the week. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. Correct. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Can't count. Counting on my fingers. I'm from Mississippi and that's why. So when it comes to that, you'll have, that's literally for an entire week just for like a lunch. Now put this into perspective. If you go out to eat, you're literally paying that much for one meal. So take 12 times 6, 72. And that's your it's bucks for a meal basically. So you have to think you're spending a lot more money, whereas you can literally make something like this that's super simple. All we did, toss the chicken in the crock pot for 6 hours, take it out, shred it, then the rice is super easy. It just boils in a pot, you dish it out, and literally with minimal effort, you're not even having to stand there waiting. You can just go about your day and do whatever you want. You have food and you're saving money. So, and you're all staying on track when it comes to your weight loss goal. And that's one of the biggest things, is just keeping track of your food. So this is something super simple. Highly, highly suggest it. Again, this is very comparable to the $35 Walmart haul that I did, where I went and conceptually looked at, okay, what would I get from Walmart? I'll make sure and drop the link below so you can check it out. I haven't figured out the end screen, how to click the video. Maybe I'll figure that out for this. We'll see. But this is that's a whole goal. It's okay, how can I set things up and show you how you can make simple meals for very cheap that'll set you up on your weight loss journey, because that's what I struggle with. So make sure you subscribe. That would mean the world to me. But other than that, yeah, if y'all have questions, please let me know. As a bonus, I'm going to show y'all real quick just another meal that is really cost effective that you didn't even ask for. Okay, this is my overnight oats recipe. Look at this. Look at the fire. So this is oats, scoop of protein powder, some jelly, raspberries, and then some drizzled peanut butter on top. And this right here, great meal. Very, very, you can eat this probably in 10 minutes. So it's very convenient when I'm on the go, which is all the time basically. So with this, that is a freebie meal that obviously I'm just sharing with y'all. And this is another very cost-effective meal. If you're thinking about it, you get some oats, some just minute oats or whatever. I assume what you would use. And you do maybe a cup. And there's servings in those things. So you're looking at that, the protein powder, the peanut butter, the jelly. So you're still looking at, for a cost of a meal, it's probably going to be around $2 to $3. Honestly, it's probably cheaper, but I'm just going on with it. So with that piece, that's just another very, very cost-effective meal that can set you up for success. So enjoy that. Again, like I said, I appreciate y'all. If you got questions, please let me know, but I will see y'all next time.